Just from the last battle alone, we got Kurima, I believe it's called, and that's a type of fruit. And then we got cabbage. So I mean, it's good that we're gathering ingredients, that's nice. What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another episode of Tales of Symphonia. In the last episode, we retrieved the spiritual statue from the Thoda Geyser, handed it over to the old man, took a look at the Book of Regeneration, and figured out where the next seals are. As a matter of fact, there are 3 of them. One at the Thoda Geyser, one near Asgard, I believe it was, and then the other in the Tower of Mana. So let's go ahead and go up here and see what they have to say. You have a road pass, correct? Then you may proceed. Good journey to you. Wait a second. Are they talking about the pass that we received when Chocolat was taken away? You guys remember when that happened, right? Right before we fought Magnius, Chocolat dropped a pass. Or maybe it was one of the designs that dropped it. It says required in order to travel the Hakonesia Peak mountain pass. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's just called pass, but if they had called it mountain pass, then I'm pretty sure that it would have been easier for the players to figure out, oh, so this will let me cross Hakonesia Peak now, but anyway, welcome to this brand new region of Silveron. Look how brand new it is. We can't even ride Noish here. We don't even have long range mode here. So let's take a look at some of the enemies that we are going to be facing here. If they're new or anything. No, it looks like there's still giant beetles as well as woodworms, but now that we've got some magic lenses, we can use our magic lens on the woodworm. Because as you remember, last time we ran into the woodworm, we didn't even have any magic lenses. And that is how you eliminate a woodworm. You use beast, and you show no mercy to it whatsoever. So those were familiar enemies. I want to see what some of the newer enemies are like. I know that there are new enemies here. No, still more giant beetles. I wonder if there are any new enemies in this region. How about you? You're like a dark, shadowy figure that's got legs. You're not like the one that looks like a slug. And it looks like there is a brand new enemy. Take a look at this. I think that is, yes, it is a harpy. Yeah, I'm familiar with that because yeah, like I said, I've played this game before, but they also have harpies in Tales of Zestiria. So I'm familiar with the name, I'm familiar with what they look like. Although in Tales of Zestiria, they look a lot more terrifying. What advice could I give for fighting harpies? I think that the only advice that I could give is Tempest! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hardly use Tempest, but I've had this special attack assigned for quite a long time to my R2 button, and it is extremely helpful for fighting both aerial enemies as well as large enemies. Tempest is a move that you will want assigned alongside of Beast and a bunch of other nice special attacks. We are getting a bunch of ingredients from these enemies. Just from the last battle alone, we got Kurima, I believe it's called, and that's a type of fruit. And then we got cabbage. So I mean, it's good that we're gathering ingredients, that's nice. But let's go ahead and play as Colette, because as I said in the last episode, whenever you guys see a dog, you want to start playing as Colette and speak with him to trigger, or to continue this little side quest where she gives names to these dogs in the world. This one feels like Mon Mon. His tail is so cute. Mon Mon? That actually really is an adorable name. I've never seen or heard about a dog that has the name Mon Mon. That's quite an adorable name. Legend has it that a unicorn lives in this area. It seems the unicorn will appear before a pure maiden. They say that sometimes the unicorn visage of the unicorn appears on the surface of Lake Umasi? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But it's weird hearing about how there are unicorns in this game. Like, yeah, I know you're telling me that ShdwjGaming, it's a fantasy game. Of course they'd have creatures like that. Say, Lloyd, what do you think the human ranches are actually used for? Yeah, it doesn't look like they're making anything. It just looks like all they're doing is deliberately making people suffer. The only thing I can say for certain about them is, they have to be stopped. As I was saying, you know, even though this is a fantasy game, I still find it weird how there are unicorns, you know? Because I know that when it comes to unicorns, a lot of people like to joke around about them. Like you know how the saying goes when, like, let's say you're describing someone that has the perfect life, like no stress, no worries, no anxiety whatsoever. And then you say, yeah, go ahead and why don't you go ahead and jump on your unicorn and get out of here? You know, okay, maybe that was just my psychology professor that said that. Maybe that's not an actual saying, but yeah, there's a unicorn here somewhere. Legend has it anyway, according to that dude. Here is a city. What city is this? Asgard. Okay, so this is the city that they mentioned in the last episode. After looking at the Book of Regeneration, they realized that there is most likely a seal near this area. So, with any new city or town that we visit, of course, the very first thing that we want to do is check out the armor and weapon shop. Welcome to the Whirlwind. And it's just the typical item shop. It looks like they've got holy bottles and dark bottles, which are a little bit different. I know at least that they didn't have those at the Thoda Geyser. But now we find a stone charm, a charm that protects against petrify and heavy. Heavy, huh? Well, I explained petrify to you. I'm guessing that heavy is very similar to the slow ailment in Tales of Zestiria, which is one of the most annoying status ailments, by the way. This one's how? Just like Solid Snake's friend in that one very well-known franchise known as Metal Gear Solid? What's his last name? Oh my goodness, I forgot Hal's last name. He's one of the most important characters in the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and I forgot his name already. Speaking of, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid and I'm not even making a stealth joke. Wow. Well, what do you know? I'm talking about Metal Gear without making some corny stealth joke. So here we go, take a look at this. So the Cyclone is the store that you want to go to, guys, if you are going to be buying armor. And right off the bat, the very first item on their inventory here is ring mail. It is an extremely thick upper body chainmail, only for 1800. It sounds like I'm advertising right now, but take a look. It upgrades both the defense of Lloyd and Kratos. It looks like Colette already has the Fine Guard, and the Mage Cloak already is possessed by Genus. The Feather Cloak is, the Feather Robe anyway, is something that Rain needs. Iron Helm, so there are a good number of things that we're going to buy here. I will get to that. I want to speak a little bit more to these guys. What? I can't believe my stupid sons. Could you give us a little bit more of a backstory regarding to why you're calling your son stupid? That's a terrible thing for a father to say. So the Typhoon is where you guys, continuing on with the advertisements, the Typhoon is where you guys want to go if you are going to be buying all of the latest and greatest equipment for your party. So we've got okay, so maybe not the greatest, because I mean, we already have the Masamune, the Slicer Ring. You see, this is what happens when you customize. Okay, when you customize, you actually do yourself a favor and you jump one step ahead of the game, I feel, when it comes to possessing the strongest equipment. Now, I know that there is a place here where we can customize. I'm just not sure where. But we haven't exactly looked so thoroughly through the city quite yet. I'm sure that there is a place to customize. The Gale is the place where you can buy all these ingredients. But as you guys know, the only recipe that we know right now is the typical sandwich. Yeah, sure, there are different combinations that we can use regarding ingredients when making sandwiches, but for the most part, we only know the sandwich ingredient. Or recipe, excuse me. Huh? Okay, so if you speak with the father, he says that I am the swordsmith master of the flame, and then you can customize. But if you talk to him over the counter like this, then he says, I can't believe my stupid sons. I just don't know what to do about Gramps. He thinks I'm his son. Oh. Okay, so this isn't his father. I was thinking that he was a little bit too old for these guys to be his sons. But this is a girl, isn't it? Isn't this a lady? Yeah, it's a lady. Offense is the ultimate defense. If that were true, nobody would die, you know? Okay, well, now we can customize. Hey, dude. So yeah, Master of the Flame. Mr. Master of the Flame, could you help us customize our equipment here? There you go, take a look at that. Oh, the bad news. The bad news, however, is that we don't have black silver? Are you sure? That's strange. I'm pretty sure that we did acquire black silver, but I guess we already used it. I guess that we already used it for customization back at Palma Costa. That's a little bit of a bummer. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait before we can customize our equipment. It's such a shame too. Take a look. There are two possible customizations for Lloyd's weaponry, but sadly we can't do it. We can't customize his equipment. The slicering, huh? You know, even though, like I said, Colette isn't even fighting in our party as of lately, I think that it would be good to keep her equipment up to date, because as I said before, there will be times when you will have Colette fighting in your team. Remember back at the Triet Ruins, how she had to fight on our team when we were taking on the Fire Seal boss, I guess? Yeah. Colette needs to fight during those seal battles, those boss battles. So let's just go ahead and equip that for Colette. Okay guys, I decided to not show too much about of me buying equipment and customizing, because maybe that's not the most entertaining thing. But take a look at this falling star that I gave Genus. It jumps his attack power from 148 all the way to 256. Now, it might not do all that much to his intelligence, but just that, oh my goodness, that is incredible. So here's something that I didn't really explain before. There is a second option here if you talk to this dude, and that is exchange grade for materials. Now, remember how I was saying that I was in dire need of some black silver? You know how you earn grade at the end of battles, or even lose grade sometimes, depending on how well you do during the battle? You can use that grade that you earn in order to purchase all of these different types of material. And right now, our current grade is 97. 97! That's awesome. So you know what? I think that I'm going to go ahead and buy two, because both Lloyd and Kratos need black silver in order to customize their equipment. I wish that this was something that I had delved in during my first playthrough of this game back when I was young. But when it comes to RPGs like this, or when it came to RPGs like this, I didn't really delve that deeply into the customization system and some of the other things that this game had to offer. So that's a bit of a downer. Anyway, let's take a look at this Osafune and the Sinclair. Now, I'm a little bit confused because I don't know what I should go for. I'm guessing that the Sinclair is more powerful because it requires more material, and the Mumei, which it requires here, is weaker than the Masamune. So you know what? I am going to go ahead and remove the Masamune from Lloyd's equipment right now. It is time to do some upgrading for Lloyd. That's my favorite type of upgrading. Upgrading for Lloyd. Of course, that's because he's the character that I play as, showing a bit of favoritism here. So, man, guys, look! Look at this! Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, you know what? The Mumei was actually a lot weaker than the Masamune, so it's not a proper representation of how much more powerful we've become. But still, the Sinclair is very powerful. I would be more than happy to equip that for you, Lloyd. And from the steel sword, it's time to move up to the silver sword, a silver sword with a finely crafted blade. Now let's take a look at how much stronger this makes Kratos. I'm always excited when it comes to upgrading. Surprisingly, even though it does increase his attack by a good amount, his accuracy is decreased down to 82. That's a little bit surprising, but you know what? That's completely fine. And you know what's great is that even though I've been doing so much upgrading and customizing, you know, I haven't spent a dime. I think that's pretty awesome. I haven't spent a dime for any of this stuff. But you know what? I think it's time to leave this dude and speak with this man about some armor. Okay, I won't spend too much time on our purchases anymore. I will see you guys once I'm done with all of this purchasing and equipping business. Here's one thing that I didn't show off yet. Remember how after we defeated Magnius, we received something called the warrior symbol? So this is an accessory that you can equip to, I believe, any of the characters, and it increases strength by 10%. Now that is definitely something for your physical attackers, either Kratos or I guess Colette as well, or Lloyd, of course. Right now I've got Lloyd having it equipped, or right now, excuse me, Lloyd's got the warrior symbol equipped, because like I said, I show favoritism, guys. I show favoritism towards Lloyd because he's the character that I play as, you know? If it's a character that I don't play as, then forget it. Forget that guy. That's terrible. I can't even get myself to say things like forget Kratos or forget Rain, you know? They're characters that I love so much, and to just say that to them, you know? It's not very nice. So let's take a look around in this city. There's definitely a lot to see, a lot of people to meet, a lot of people to talk to. Huh. Oh, it's the Asgard ruin! Lloyd, state the historical background of this ruin. Well, let's see. It's the temple where Cleo III held a ritual to offer a sacrifice to the summoned spirit of wind in order to quell a storm that had raged for a week. That's it. Have you learned anything at all these past 5 years? PE and art and never mind. What perfect form! This delicate curve is said to express the flight of the summoned spirit of wind through the sky. In addition, it is said that this stone is infused with a large volume of mana and at night. Although currently, due to the wind's mana shortage... Hey, you can't just run away by yourself, Lloyd. Man. This is what is commonly known as the filament effect. Along with the aroma, the mana released also... It is... Okay, she's talking way too quickly for me. She must really love ruins. Or perhaps something happened to her when she was young. Perhaps. Take a look at these heads back here, by the way. I wonder who these guys are. Listen, Lennar. This is my invention, the Breaker. If we use this bomb, we can easily destroy this confounded dice. How do you pronounce that? Dice? But hardly. This is a rare and valuable remnant of the Balakryf dynasty. We can't destroy it. What are you talking about? As things stand now, Aisha may be killed. What are you two doing? Who are you? It's not what you think. We weren't trying to destroy the ruin at all. Uh-oh. Someone heard you guys. What did you just say? Professor, these guys said they're planning to destroy the stage. Feel the wrath of the one known as Rain Sage. Feel her wrath. And you call yourselves human beings. Oh my goodness. With the martial arts. Why can't you fight like that in the battlefield, Rain? On the battlefield. Poor guys. They didn't see this coming. I am a half-elf. What has that got to do with anything? Look at the star in her. Look at the stars in her eyes. She's fascinated. You have no idea of the importance of this ruin. Uh-oh. I never understood that, why she just slapped the ticker of the bomb or the switch of the bomb like that. Now listen, during the final era of the Balakryf dynasty, this ruin was... I wonder what happens if we just, like, sit here and continue to let the bomb tick. Look, it's clearly counting down from 200 something. I think that's 210. Okay, you know what? I don't think it's ever going to count down to 0. Don't worry, Professor. This game was programmed so that the bomb will never be able to reach the 0 mark. Don't worry. The bomb turned on. I said if you have questions, I'll take them What? Woman! You flipped the switch! Don't try to put the blame on someone else. Well, it was your fault. That doesn't matter now. Is there a disarm switch? Of course not! Don't act like you're proud of it! I guess I'll just have to disarm it myself. Hey, you're pretty good to be able to stop the uncontrollable breaker. Don't go around building stuff you can't control. The ruin seems to be unharmed. You there! Trespassing in this area is forbidden! Oh no, it's the mayor! Uh-oh, run! Professor, this looks like trouble. Let's get out of here. But I haven't had time to study the structure of the... Just come on, hurry, everybody! I wanted to study it more. I'm surprised they were able to make it out of that area without being caught. But they did, so... Yay! I wonder why they wanted to destroy the ruin. Yes, the ruin! We have to stop them from engaging in such foolish acts like trying to destroy a ruin. Let's go, Lloyd. Yeah, we better go talk to them, but... You know, we have to go talk to them in the next episode. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, be sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to see more from me here on ShdwjGaming. Also, we are currently doing a playthrough of Tales of Syria on the Twitch channel. So if you... She is looking for something or someone. But if you would like to go ahead and be informed and notified of when we go live on Twitch, be sure to head over to twitch.tv/ShdwjGaming. Hit the follow button, and you'll be notified from there. Alright, thank you guys once again for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next exciting episode of Tales of Symphonia. But until then, take care.